This is CDS News at 9. I'm Mr. Ted. Tonight's headline. 2 senior students in Cheongna Dalton School have fainted unreasonably and eventually they died in hospital. According to CCTV, they had similar behavior right before they fainted. A corresponding to Dr. Ryu in Harvard Hospital. Hello, Dr. Ryu.
Hi, this is Dr. Ryu.
Can you tell us what put the students to death?
Actually, there is only one existing answer. These 2 students died because of smelling.
Huh? Is that possible, Dr. Ryu?
Oh, of course. Isn't that obvious?
Doctor, could you be more specific?
Right, here I go then. Let's replay the video.
What a lucky day! I found an apple!
Here, look at these pictures. Both of them are smelling. Let's see what will happen to their body when they smell. So when they smell, it goes into the nose deeper, and this happens, that happens, and finally it reaches to the brain. Boom! Done! Go have party. Isn't that easy?
We smell every day, all the time. Smell of chicken, pizza, potatoes, noodles. Also smells take big part of our lives. Imagine living in a world without smell. No chicken smell anymore. Horrible! By smelling, we easily recognize what the object is. Some of you, maybe about 1 student in our class, might wonder, how does this happen? How does our body work to recognize the smell?
So now we're going to start. To begin with, there are 2 parts that sense the smell: olfactory system and chemoreceptors. We are going to talk about the olfactory system first.
The smell molecules of a substance travel through the air. The lighter the molecules, the further they travel. The molecules first travels through the nostril passage. The nostril passage is like the tunnel right behind your nostrils. So when you pick your nose, the inside that you will touch will be the nostril passage. Behind the nostril passage, the inner part of the nose is called the nostril cavity. Before we go to the next passage, the nostril passage is covered with cilia. Cilia is the hair acting like projections, which is really important to us. When an odor molecule sticks to the cilia detects the smell. This is how we perceive the smell. Cilia helps us prevent from infections as well. To look at closely, they look like this.
We can call the olfactory cilia nose hair. There are 2 types of hair in our nose. Firstly, one is called the macroscopic hair and the other is called the microscopic hair. The macroscopic hair is located nearby the opening of the nostrils, and the microscopic hair in the olfactory epithelium. The microscopic cilia takes a very important role in perceiving smell. Smell is trapped by the microscopic cilia and then is transmitted to the brain.
However, the smell is not transmitted directly to the brain. Before it reaches the brain, the molecules meet the receptors. The olfactory receptors are located upper layer of the membrane above the cilia. Olfactory receptors are functioned very well so that they can distinguish nearly infinite combination of smells. After the molecules are received by the receptors, they are now transmitted to the olfactory bulb. A long, thin, balloon-looking bulb is located in the front part of the brain. The brain receives neural input of the odor and is detected by the cells in the nasal cavity. The olfactory bulb performs an important task of controlling the nerves related to odor in the brain system.
So, now we're going to talk about olfactory nerve. It's going to be the longest formation among others, I can tell. The olfactory nerve is the first of 12 nerves located within our head. The unique fact is that only olfactory has no function in exercise. The olfactory nerve carries the sensory information to the sense of smell. It passes on sensory data to the brain and it covers the sense of smell. Most of nerves contain two trunks. However, unlike many other nerves, olfactory nerves does not possess two trunks. The olfactory nerves do not join the brainstem. One interesting point is that all people have 350 olfactory receptors. So a human is able to distinguish more than 10,000 types of smell. Most mammals, like human and reptiles, have two parts of the system, named main olfactory system and accessory olfactory system. The main olfactory system detects volatile and airborne substances. The accessory olfactory system detects fluid phase stimuli. Those detected senses are then passed on to the central nervous system and peripheral system. All signals are integrated and processed in the central nervous system, and the peripheral system senses stimulus from outside of our body and detects electric signals in neurons. The olfactory system can start to dysfunction due to old age, viral infections, exposure to toxic chemicals, disease, and trauma. However, now we are able to recover them.
From the bulb, the nerves are transmitted to various parts of the brain. One of those portions is the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex directly receives the nerves from the olfactory bulb through mitral cell axons. The olfactory cortex is located on the base of the frontal lobe and in the middle of the temporal lobe.
Chemoreceptors are another path for smelling. They're located in the whole body, skin, heart, even inside the blood. They get smelling objects' chemical stimulus and transmit to the brain by changing them to electrical signal. In 2012, a German professor named Hans had found out an interesting fact of chemoreceptors. Each of them only react to each different smell. For example, a chemoreceptor named OR284 only reacts to sandalwood scent. It only works when there are any sandalwood scent, and when it starts to work, not only sends the smell but also help faster cell increasing and faster recovery. There are so many mysterious chemoreceptors that we didn't discover yet.
Do you understand this now?
There are two types of pizza. One of them is chicken and the other is shrimp. And we're gonna make him smell these two different pizzas. So let him guess which one is which. Number 1.
Oh, this is shrimp.
And the second one.
This is chicken.
Then he got the both pizzas right. He was using his olfactory sense to differentiate which pizza is pizza.
What a lucky day. I saw an apple.